Hello, vintage gamers. Have you ever woken up with a devil and an angel on your shoulder, and one whispers in your ear, Justin, don't you want to play blue-black Lurrus control again? And then the other one goes, no, no, didn't you learn last time you're bad at control decks and you're terrible and you'll tilt and make bad content? And then the other one goes, yeah, but what if we play Dark Confidant and Ledger Shredder? And then then the angel's like, oh no. Damn, I do want to play Dark Confidant and Ledger Shredder. And then you register this deck for a vintage challenge. Well, that's what happened this morning. Basically, I'm still looking at cool ideas for Ledger Shredder, and I think Ledger Shredder is a card that plays really well with Lurrus. Obviously, it's a 2-drop that gets brought back by Lurrus, but it's also a card that fuels the graveyard and helps beat graveyard hate. So, like, if you're fueling the graveyard with this, obviously it's good, and obviously, if you're making a huge bird, you can beat people bringing in graveyard hate. So that's a cool play. It works pretty well with Dark Confidant, as Dark Confidant will give you extra cards to, loot away. So basically, you're getting your card advantage and card selection through Ledger Shredders and Dark Confidants instead of things like Preordain. And it also allows you to play like a 5 Moxen shell, because obviously all the off-color Moxen are quite good with Ledger Shredder and Dark Confidant, being able to play them on turn 1. And so the idea is we are playing a blue-black Lurrus-based control deck featuring Ledger Shredder and Dark Confidant. It is a full artifact acceleration deck, but not a full saga deck. Your mana is got to be important here, and I don't want to have a bunch of sagas. However, I do think there is a lot of merit to having a single saga to tutor for. So we're trying to play a controlling deck. We have 3 Flusterstorms. I did include Vault Key as a way to oops, I win. Historically, this kind of deck is quite bad against like Dredge and those kind of things. So having an ability to oops, I win is very important in my mind. So I think when you have this much artifact mana, you can feasibly play Vault Key, and Vault Key plays pretty well with Lurrus anyways. I have some other fun cards in here. I have a Malevolent Hermit. This is a card that the Lurrus players are playing a lot, so I want to test it out, see how good it is. It's been pretty annoying to play against, so I'm reasonably enthused. Address Down should help this deck deal with like a bunch of random Saga tokens. And then I am playing the full Matt Murray style control deck counter suite. So I'm playing 4 Force of Will, 1 Negation, 1 Trap, 1 Misdirection. I was going to play 2 Hermits, but I wanted to try out with 1 to start. But I could see this card being very good in Vintage, and it hasn't really gotten there yet. In the sideboard, I kind of went with another Matt Murray style thing where I'm playing a bunch of explosive 1-ofs. I have a Counterbalance, which is a tech for an anti-PO, anti-Doomsday tech that I've been holding onto for a while. We're playing a Sensei's top deck, so this could work out pretty well. I have a Seal of Removal, is specifically for Murktide Regent mostly, and maybe Hogaak. I didn't really like the other options to deal with those kind of cards, so I'm going to try a Seal of Removal, repeatable balance with Lurrus. Also, Hydroblast, I guess that also hits some of the cards in those red decks. I am playing a Jailer. I'm playing 2 of the Lurrus removal spells in Mire's Grasp and Deadweight to be able to be brought back. I'm playing Engineered Explosives to deal with Constructs and PL players, also can be brought back with Lurrus. A variety of Graveyard Interaction with Soul Guide, Lantern, Needle, Crypt, and Tabernacle. And a Karakas, mostly for Hogaak. I think Hogaak is one of the best decks in the format right now, and I think this is probably the cleanest answer I have inside of this kind of show. Yeah, Dark Confidant and Vault Key. I don't like. That's like saying that Mana Crypt and Vault Key are not a combo. Like, people play Mana Crypt and Vault Key all the time, and you almost never lose to your Mana Crypt. I think it's a very similar thing here. Also, if you ever get a Sensei's top in play, Dark Confidant's not going to deal you damage. So there's like a lot of things going on there. Well, the thing is, the metagame was a very different back then, Slasher. Not a lot of the creatures were 3 toughness. Like, there was no like Archons. Like, you really just wanted the 1 mana Deadweight because it killed Lurrus, and it was 1 mana. I do think Mire's Grasp has like it's not hard to cast, right? Because you have off-color Moxen. I think Mire's Grasp has a little bit more utility than a Deadweight. I do think Mire's Grasp is probably better than Deadweight currently. Yeah. We have to face Nathan right away. Okay, so I will see you guys in round 1. Okay, here we go. Round 1 with our Lurrus control deck, trying to play smart, patient, controlling Magic. We're up against Nathan, who might be on mono red, might be on oops all spells, might be on some kind of fun Doomsday deck. Who knows? Or might be on blue red. Lots of choices here. The good news is we have a cat. We have a cat. Yeah, this hand is totally fine. Let's keep. Yo, what's up? No props. I'm gonna use my Rainforest to fetch a basic island. If my opponent is on Blood Moon, having basic island into Soul Ring into maybe even basic Swamp would be quite powerful. All right, time to find out what is Nathan piling today. Is it going to be Blood Moons? No, it's not going to be Blood Moons. Looks like it might just be blue-red then. Murky Boys, maybe? Or maybe, actually, I don't think Nathan's deck had Murktides, was it? It was a no, it was a Hull Breacher, Dread Horde Arcanist, blue-red deck. Interesting. Interesting deck. 9th place in the last challenge. 4 Ragavan, 2 Dread Horde Arcanist, 2 Hull Breacher, 2 Dak Faden. That is a card I'm a little worried about. I'm not going to force it. My deck should be able to block it very well, but I didn't play a bunch of removal spells for it. I really don't like the idea of trading a force for this Ragavan here, especially when I have no action. I just want to draw a Ledger Shredder or a Bob. So the unfortunate thing is I have to play Ledger Shredder first, which means I can't really use my Brainstorm super effectively. However, I could just hold. Oh. All I know is Ledger Shredder is a nice 1/3 body against Ragavan, who is a 2/1. I think I do want to play. I don't know if they're playing. I don't think they're playing any Magus or anything like that. So I probably don't need to fetch. Well, fetching basics is still good against Wastelands. Are they playing Wastelands in this version? Yeah, this is a Wasteland deck. So what? I'm not sure. I might just play fetch and pass and not Brainstorm right now. I think waiting for my fetch land is valuable. It's just going to be Pyroblast. Well, pretty willing to fight over that. I guess I get Flusterstormed, but I get to Connive. I wonder if I should just Brainstorm and get double Connive, try to find Mental Misstep. It's pretty low likelihood, but I do get to make the Ragavan, right? So if I Brainstorm, I Connive first, and then I Brainstorm, and then I Connive. I draw and discard 1, and then the second card I leave on top is the one Ragavan hits. Oh. Or my Ledger Shredder can just draw a Flusterstorm. Man, Ledger Shredder is just such a broken Magic card, huh? Wow. That's nuts. Yeah, that's about the best thing that could have happened. Ledger Shredder's so good. Oh, also I'll Connive again. Strip Mine? I don't really want Strip Mine. Do I want Strip Mine? No, I don't want to get rid of Brainstorm. My Ledger Shredder didn't get any counters here, but I mean, it's still looted twice. Gross. Yeah, Ledger Shredder, powerful Magic the Gathering card for sure. All right, draw. How about Ancestral? Ooh, interesting. Second Shredder into Brainstorm. Not the best Brainstorm where I'm gonna get a Connive that goes straight to my yard. I could also just put Lurrus in my hand and hold everything up. It's probably worse than getting 2 dudes in play to block Ragavan. Like, this is a pretty bad Brainstorm, but... All right, I discarded a Hermit. That's value. And I just started a Bob. All right, both those come back with Lurrus. And then, wow, Probe, Shredder, Land. So what I can do is... Man, Ditch Hermit is kind of sick, huh? This deck is so cool. Have I played a land? I haven't played a land. So maybe I just take land and then I go Probe, Shredder. I can't play this back, right? It costs 3. Damn, that would have been so good if I could play the Hermit back this turn. Man, this is like, it feels really powerful. I like this. I mean, I am still pretty cold to Murktide Regent, right? That's something I need to worry about here. I don't actually have good tools in the main to deal with a Murktide Regent, so I guess if I get these 2 Shredders big enough, but that's kind of sus. Like, if they play a Murktide here, I'm pretty behind, right? Oh, no. All right, well, rest in peace to my Shredder and my Probe. But it did make my Ledger Shredders, or it did make my Shredders 3/5s now. I wonder if I was supposed to like hold Probe instead of. I think a land is better. Like I'm a mana short of getting Lurrus and playing Lurrus. All right, goodbye. My Shredders are almost in kill range for a Time Walk, right? It's kind of nuts. This deck's so cool. Yeah. Shredder Hermit over Probe Hermit. I don't know. It's possible. I misjudged this. I didn't think my opponent would trigger my Shredders, to be perfectly honest. That was a surprise to me. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna get the Malevolent Hermit. Now my non-creature spells can't be countered, and I'm gonna swing at least for 4. 7 is an interesting number. They have 3 cards in hand. Seven puts them to 9, and a double spell might kill them. I would have to trade off my Geist for this Ragavan. That is fine though. I like this non-creature spell is not being countered. It's not even that good with Flusterstorm, so I think it's time to start swinging. Like if my opponent finds a Murktide Regent, I lose at the tempo, right? All right. Well, this Flusterstorm just got really good. Goodbye, Black Lotus. Goodbye, Mental Misstep. All right, so now my Shredders are lethal. They're 5/7 and 4/6. This card is so good. How can you people think that I was scamming you? Does this look like scamming? No, this looks like a $40 standard rare right here. Should have bought 100 of these at one ticket. What was I thinking? I would have made so much money. I just bought 100 Shredders. Yeah, I bought 4, all for a ticket each. Wow. So Shredder, just unbelievable this game. Oh, that was so much fun. I didn't even get a Lurrus. Once I got a Lurrus, I had like Dark Confidants and Black Lotuses to bring back. Would have been games. All right, so we're playing against Blue-Red. Oh, we said they're not on Murktide. I was super worried about Murktide this whole time, but I said they're not on Murktide. But I do. Okay, so my opponent is playing Ragavan, Dreadhorde, Hullbreacher, Dackfade, and Control deck with Wastelands. So what do we want? Do we want Counterbalance? We definitely want Hydroblast. Do we want Seal? It's probably not necessary. I think we would want a Myers Grasp because it hits Dreadhorde. Okay, so what if we do... We don't need Dress Down. And we don't need... I have not done any sideboard mapping for this deck, so bear with me as I try to figure out what we want here. I don't think we want negation. I don't think we see... There's not a huge draw for negation. So my opponent was on 4 Fluster, 4 Pyro. That is nuts. We only had to... If my opponent had drawn multiple Pyros there, it would have been pretty bad. I don't think we need a Strip Mine either, actually. Strip Mine in there is kind of a concession just for Dredge. Like, having a Strip Mine in my deck gives me some kind of outs to Dredge. This is a kind of a sweet matchup for us. I wonder if you want EE. Probably not. EE is more for Pio. Especially Saga Pio. I don't know why it keeps making my sideboard really small. Deadweight doesn't always hit Ragavan is my biggest problem. So I think just having a Myers Grasp as an answer is better. This is a nice hand as well. This is a pretty bad hand against Ragavan because I have to just throw a blind Shredder in and hope it doesn't get blasted. Like, Shredder is... The biggest problem in this matchup is they have 4 Pyroblasts for Shredder, right? That's got to be the biggest problem. It'd be nice if I could just lead Island Go, hold up Flusterstorm, and then I can do things like Brainstorm and Fetch and all that kind of stuff. All right, sweet. No Ragavan. Dress Down is almost entirely for a stopgap for Saga tokens, because this deck isn't really matching Saga tokens super well. But I think Dress Down's pretty good in this deck. Okay. So... Nice. All right. So I'm going to go Island, Ruby, go. Ooh, Island, Ruby, top, go. Even better. This will set me up to have mana to play like Shredder and hold up Fluster, or do any kind of thing, or spin, or Pyro, or Brainstorm, or Fluster. I have lots of things to do here. I like top a lot in this deck. You have a lot of colorless Moxen, and you also have, you know, you can manipulate your Shredder, you can manipulate your Bob. It's pretty powerful. They missed on their second land here. I'm not going to give them anything to target. I'm just going to spin. So the problem with spinning is if they have Ancestral... Whatever, that's fine. Petal C Academy. So this actually is a pretty sick draw because it lets me go Shredder... Shredder, Petal, and Loot. I think you could play a Deep Analysis if you were like looking for a card you want. I don't think it's like terrible. It's not a super good card with Bob is my biggest problem with it in this deck, but it's also kind of just a little bit of an underpowered card in today's metagame. Don't really want to loot any of these though. Do I really want a Petal? My instinct is I want to loot, but I don't really know if this loot does anything for me is the biggest problem. I'm not convinced it's like super good, but it does help me play around Bolt. So it doesn't exactly help me play around Bolt. Well, yeah, if my opponent Pyroblasts this on the stack, well, now I don't get a shredded, so that's kind of worthless then. Kind of wish I had a second basic island here. This is not bad, though, because I got rid of 2 lands, but maybe I want lands. So the worst part about this trade-off is that if my opponent has a bolt, they get to untap and bolt my Shredder, which shouldn't really be... Okay, they're just going to throw 3 cards at the Shredder. That I'm okay with. I'm going to hold the Petal. Don't think it's super strong in play right now. I don't have... If I had a Flusterstorm, I would obviously play the Petal. Okay, so they have no follow-up land again. So it's probably just a pile of Flusterstorms and Pyroblasts. Am I going to spin on upkeep? I do think I am going to spin on upkeep here. Force, Flooded Strand. I don't even really want forces. I kind of just want this fetch land. But I could always brainstorm into forces too if I need to. I don't think you want to go into like a crazy time walk line. I think that is like spewing too much. Like I don't really want this card disadvantage right now. I don't know. Maybe not. I'm not an expert on these kind of decks, so it's definitely possible. Okay, so now I do think I'm gonna brainstorm into force because I don't have an answer to this, and if this runs wild, it's pretty bad for me. So I'm gonna just brainstorm. Oh, I would love a Bob. I would love a Bob. So I'm gonna put back Petal, obviously. Maybe I just put back Petal Time Walk, and then I draw. I draw Bob Time Walk. Seems pretty good. Okay, so now don't crack this. The spin is not very useful unless I'm finding something else that's better, but okay, yeah, this is fine. I'm gonna lose those cards no matter what because I'm gonna go Bob Time Walk this turn. So Bob gets into play. I hope Bob gets into play, and then Time Walk happens, and then on my upkeep I'll spin. Or maybe I won't. I am pretty low on... Wow, I got negated. Okay. All right, well, the opponent has 2 cards left in their hand. We know neither of them are lands. I have a Bob in play. I do have the cat still. All right, they drew a land. So what is this? Dig through. All right, so they're looking for a lightning bolt from my Bob. Daze is not a super common card here. I don't think their list had any dazes in it. Let me go back and look. No dazes in this list. How many bolts? 1 bolt main, no bolts. So there's only 1 bolt in their list? This is assuming they're on the same 75 as last week, which is probably a bad assumption. Nathan is definitely a tinker. Not like the card tinker, but like deck list tinker. Always trying to change things and find advantages, so... All right, so my opponent has found Sapphire. Are you playing like a 2-drop here? Like another Dreadhorde or something? Oh, an Ancestral. Yeah, that's a good one. Opponent using their land drop to get the 2nd blue source and then finding Sapphire to cast the Ancestral. Very strong. I don't think blind drawing for mental misstep there is good. I think I would rather just use my Ruby to spin with this trigger on the stack. Maybe that's bad. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna draw the Saga and play... Oh, should I want Merchant Scroll for Ancestral or do I want Ledger Shredder? Probably... Probably Ledger Shredder. My opponent probably has Pyroblast either way, but Shredder lets me play and still spin, whereas Merchant Scroll uses all my mana, unless they Pyroblast Merchant Scroll, which I guess they could do. It's definitely a higher upside to Ancestral, and, well, maybe it's not even that much higher upside. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. We'll draw Shredder. So I'm going to use Confidant and get a Saga. And then I'm going to play Saga and play a Shredder. Oh, know what I should have done? I should have drawn... I can still draw with my top and cast... Well, then I lose my top. Like, I can still draw that Merchant Scroll and play it. Okay, so they have Pyroblast. So is it worthwhile to top for... Let's just spin and look for a Flusterstorm then. No Flusterstorms. All right, so I think what I'm going to do is get... I would rather have the C or the Petal. Well, if I dig the C and the Petal, I can Lurrus, right? So I would have 3 mana, Lurrus, but I can't bring back Ledger Shredder. It's not even that good, right? Well, I can use Petal and land, and this is Lurrus, and then I can bring back my Petal, but probably better to just draw Sea Scroll. Okay. I will have enough mana to make a construct and go Merchant for Ancestral, so. They have a Wasteland for my Saga. Okay. I feel like that Ancestral that my opponent hit off Dig Through Time is going to be really hard for us because we need to. Like, we do have advantage, but we don't have the same. Like, Bob is great, but Ancestral is a little bit more powerful than Bob. The good news is my opponent doesn't have a lot of Lightning Bolts in their deck. Theoretically, anyways. All right, so I'm going to Bob my Underground Sea and draw Merchant Scroll. I guess I could change it again, too. I could go Underground Sea, Petal, and get back, and you go, like, Lurrus, get back, where's my Lurrus? Where's my cat? Like, Lurrus, bring back Petal. I don't know if I want, I mean, it's not a terrible time to try to get a Lurrus in play. That's got to be, I mean, like, my opponent can have Fluster, though. The biggest thing is my opponent having Fluster for Merchant into Ancestral is, like, really annoying, right? Maybe that's not the right way to look at it. I guess I do want to attack Bob into a Hold Breaker. If that happens, then I could always get the Ancestral. That's another reason not to play Ancestral. Merchant Ancestral is a Hold Breacher. Yeah, they have the Hold Breacher. Okay, so now I could get rid of my top and... No, I should just jam Lurrus. If they don't have their one bolt afterwards, then I just bring back Dark Confidant and we just win, right? And then I can just bring back Lotus Petal for this turn. And I can bring back Bob and then Shredder, and then this is pretty sick, right? I could even bring back Shredder and draw with top and go Shredder, Shred. I don't know, I can do lots of things here. Okay. This is Ancestral in their yard. Maybe I'm supposed to bring in Soul Guide Lantern in this matchup. So they only have one card in hand. Maybe it is time to Ancestral. Technically, Ancestral can't get flustered here. But I think I would rather go like Shredder Merchant first. I feel like I'm losing value, but I also don't want to overextend. The problem with playing a Shredder is they do have a Pyroblast, but then they would lose their Arcanist. All right, I'm going to go Shredder into Merchant. I guess they could have second Hull Breacher. Okay, so they have Fluster as their last card. All right, so my opponent has Ancestral, but they would lose their Arcanist unless they hit Bolt. Probe. Shredder Probe. If they cast 2 spells, I want to shred away the land, though. So... that. Okay, so they have 0 cards in their hand. They have an Arcanist and an Ancestral, and we have a Lurrus and a Ledger Shredder. I'm going to hold the Lurrus because I want to be able to kill this Arcanist if it attacks. So are they going to? I mean, I think they have to attack an ancestral, right? Feels like that's the play for them. Yep. So they're gonna get 2 ancestrals this game. Can Lurrus outvalue that? I mean, I guess I do need my opponent to not draw lightning bolt off the fucking ancestral. Which they did. So I don't get to get my Ledger Shredder bigger, but it wouldn't be big enough to block anyways. All right, so they found the lightning bolt for my Lurrus off of the ancestral. That's quite poor for me. Oh, I should have blocked, but I just misclicked through it. That's fine. That, and now they have, I have to loot. Have to loot because they have lightning bolt coming back. Yeah, we might just lose this game to double ancestral. I mean, they had to hit bolt in 35 card or 30. Yeah, they had 38 cards and they had to hit a 1 of bolt in their ancestral. It's kind of unlucky, right? So now they hit ancestral into bolt cruise. Okay, yeah, I mean, that's really unfortunate. I didn't really have counterplay though. Maybe I shouldn't have brought back Shredder. I should have brought back. Well, it wouldn't have mattered. I don't know. My opponent drew ancestral and I didn't. Is that the kind of the thing that's happening here? It's kind of how it feels. All right, so I'm going to draw a Ledger Shredder. So what I'm going to do is activate top in my upkeep, draw Shredder, play top, loot away probe. I don't think... it's very unfortunate. I mean, I have 10, 14 cards in my yard and no delve spells either, right? Hydroblast. Oh, that was an answer. It's actually quite a good answer. Glad I didn't loot that away by accident. All right, so... Oh, what am I doing now? I'm just gonna hold both Shredders back in case they have Pyro. I can't really let them Ragavan steal my top. How many Pyros do they have left? 2 Pyros left. All right, so here we hit a top, and then I get to spin. Oh, I guess this could just get forced. Yeah, it's not good for me. All right, well. I don't think I can attack, because if this Ragavan hits me, it's quite bad. I don't know. I don't know how I win, though, if I don't attack. Because I guess my opponent doesn't have very many draw spells left in their deck, while we have Ancestral Dig and Cruise. Oh, we knew it was Soul Ring. Wait. We know it's a land underneath, so I can attack. Ah, yeah. I'm bad. I should have attacked with both and let them take, maybe not Soul Ring, but I'll definitely let them take Misty here. It's also going to clear my top card, which is going to make my draws better. Ooh, that was really bad. Okay. Deck is hard. All right, so they clear the top card for me. Very nice of them. Also, holding Soul Ring lets me double spell if the top card is a spell. All right, so do I give them a random card now? You know what? Maybe we should just give them... the problem is my random cards are so good. No, I can't attack here. I think that would be insane. Like, just giving them the ability to hit... I have Ancestral Dig and Cruise still in my deck. I can't do it. I can't attack. I can't attack here. But my opponent is kind of out of their best spells, so it's probably fine. Misty... I'm just going to hold this for lootings. The problem is this Force of Will is never actually going to work because my opponent probably has Mono Flusters in hand. Kind Kind of interesting. I gotta play faster too. I have 6 minutes on my clock. This kind of deck, obviously, a little unfamiliar with, but also provides me with a lot of things to talk about. So can be kind of rough streaming. Okay, my opponent has 6 cards in hand. Okay, so now I have a very... I'm going to play both my spells and see what I hit. I don't think forcing our Soul Ring is the play. So I can pitch Bauble. That's a counter. I can pitch land and play a Bob. Yeah. All right, well, we're going in now. So this is a 2-turn clock. Maybe I was too greedy. Wait, they've been holding a Pyroblast this whole time? Wow. Okay. Yeah, this is all right. So now I get at least another trigger here. This could be bad for me because now, well, at least I have a follow-up play for Connive. Connive. All right, so I still hit for 3. I lose my bird. I play a Bob. Hopefully they don't have another force, or they can get a free Ragavan hit, and I'm sure they're gonna hit Dig Cruiser Ancestral, right? Okay. Bob resolving is really good for us. I'm gonna block. I'm gonna snap block here if they attack. Yeah, I'm gonna snap block. I just have so many good hits left in my deck. They have another Ragavan. Yeah, yeah. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I think it's worth casting here. Resolves? Yogg will counterbalance? All right, well, nice knowing you, opponent. I guess we start with counterbalance. Cool. Yogg will? This deck's so sick, man. This deck's so sick. GG's. Wow. I'm in love. It's so not my kind of deck, but these decks reward you really well for nice play, which is fun. Okay, here we are, back again. Round 2, Vintage Challenge. We're up against I Love You, who has been smacking me around in Vintage Leagues playing Doomsday. We do have some tools for Doomsday, right? We have a very robust counter suite. We have a Dress Down, some Flusterstorms, you know, maybe a Malevolent Hermit. So we have some tools here. It's possible we could maybe beat a Doomsday player. He said before dying on turn 1 to Doomsday. All right. I've got a cat. Does this hand beat Doomsday? Does this hand beat anything? This hand is very interesting, though. Because I have a Mental Misstep, good against Doomsday. I have the Mana to Demonic. I can look at their hand. It just doesn't have blue mana or a threat or counter spells besides Misstep. The Yogg Will's not particularly good in the opening hand. Damn, if this was on the draw, I would snap it off. However, on the play, it might still be fine. Even if I draw a land, though, I don't like it. I'm going to mulligan it. I think it's a little too sus. This hand is much stronger. I think we're going to bottom a land and start by probing and then resolving Soul Ring. So this hand has some counter magic, but doesn't have... Oh, yeah, that's Doomsday, right? Underground Sea, Gush, Jet, Demonic. So it's a turn 1 Demonic with Force backup hand. Doesn't look good for me. But if I can get him to pitch Gush to Force, it's not the end of the world. It doesn't really matter. It's not really relevant, honestly. Like, the upside of having Dress Down to kill off Saga tokens is just so high. Like, it's not even that bad against, like, for my creatures. Like, you're not using it on your turn most of the time, so it's not really stopping Bob. Like, maybe you don't get a Ledger Shredder trigger, but it's not even that big of a deal. I just don't find it to be particularly problematic, no. I do think I'm just going to force this, because if my opponent has to pitch Gush to counter back, I think that's good for me. All right, they didn't counter back, so I don't know. We get to put Lurrus in our hand, so it's not like we're doing nothing. Ooh, Shredder. Do I want to play Shredder, or do I want to just get Lurrus? I'm gonna die... Fuck. This Soul Ring's actually kind of annoying, because I can't hold up Dress Down on their turn. So if my opponent goes like, Doomsday, Gush, kill me, I can't actually stop it. It's very annoying. Maybe I just don't play. It can't be don't play anything. I think I just have to play Shredder this turn and then hope my opponent doesn't kill me. I would have had to not play my Misty Rainforest, which doesn't sound correct. Maybe I could have not played my Misty Rainforest here. I guess that's possible. But this also represents Flusterstorm, so... Like, my opponent could top deck Doomsday and go fetch land, Doomsday, Gush, kill me. But, I don't know. They have 2 unknowns. Feels kind of unlikely for that to have happened, right? They would have had to top deck exactly Doomsday. Oh my fucking god. Okay, sure. Yes, seems good. Ooh. I'm gonna lose this game. I am very dead. I'm very, very dead. Ooh, we get to connive. I'm gonna fetch. No, you kind of need to be able to hit multiple constructs. I think like I don't think dress downing your birds is an issue. I think it's a non-issue. Ooh. All right, well, I don't think dress down is winning me this game, so I'm just gonna get rid of it so I can have this merchant scroll. The problem is my opponent still has Force of Will blue cards, so no matter what we do, it's bad. it's very bad. Man, Doomsday is just so redundant. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's just this. Oh my lord, are you gonna cast? Okay, I was about to say, if you're gonna cast Lotus Doomsday, what did they do with this Ponder? They did shuffle on the Ponder, so they just randomed into... Oh, I guess they cast Ancestral. So my opponent has Land, Gush, Force, 3 unknowns. I mean... I don't think a Flusterstorm's gonna do it. So... I should just go for Ancestral, right? None of these cards are actually going to work against my opponent, so I should just try to get the maximum I can. Do I want 1 power, or do I want an extra card? I probably want this card. I don't think this is resolving. They pitched the Thassa's Oracle, so they still have Gush. I do think I want the card in case they get me a Ledger Shredder trigger, so. I'm so dead. Oh, I kind of need to draw a Mind Break Trap, I guess. Man, playing against Doomsday is just unwinnable. It's so bad. Yo, what's up, Viejo? It's just unplayable. All right, so I have a counterbalance. I have a counterbalance. Yeah, that's it. That's what I have. I have a counterbalance. Well, Fluster's pretty good with birds because it lets you play spells on their turn. But Mind Break Trap would have been a one-card spell there, for sure. I guess I can take out Strip Mine. It's not very good here. Could also take out Swamp. Swamp is probably worse. All right, well, I have a counterbalance, so. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. It's not really Doomsday's fault right there because it's my opponent top decked Ancestral, right? But man, it does still feel pretty brutal. Like, theoretically, my deck should have some reasonable lines against Doomsday, but in practice, they just kill you. Like, I'm playing, how much? I'm playing 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 counter spells, a dress down. If I can play like a turn 1 Bob, maybe that'll be what I need. I have Vault Key. That seems kind of slow, but if I draw a Moxen, it's turn 2 with Force backup. Yogg-Will's quite poor, but this is a kind of a risky keep, but it doesn't seem bad. Hmm. All right, Preordain. It's a good sign. Not Dark Ritual Doomsday. We always have, if we draw a blue card, we can even play this counterbalance. I don't know how good a blind counterbalance is against Doomsday, but we don't have very many 3s in our deck, so it's actually not good against the card Doomsday, but it's pretty good against like 1s and 0s. The problem is they're not on that many 0s. We have, how many 1s do we even have in our deck? We have like some 1s. So I don't think I'm going to play Counterbalance. I think I am just going to jam Time Vault. Make them counter it. Okay. Well, my opponent has to kill me through force on turn 2. I can do it. Ooh, they didn't have backup. That's how you know they're not discovering. All right, okay, game 3. I accept. That's just riding a roller coaster with your hands up. You're just like, I hope this works. Oh, I agree. The amount of times I'm like, well, they have to kill me on turn 2 through force, and they just do it every time. Yo, we should draw like Misdirection, Mindbreak Trap. Like turn 1 Dark Confidant with Misdirection, Mindbreak Trap, Force of Will, Flusterstorm. Like, just give me a bunch of stuff. It'd be fun. It'd be a good time. I would accept. All right, I have a cat. Okay. It's a little slow, but I have a force. I have a fluster. If I draw a Moxen, it'd be good. They kept a 7 again. Yeah, they have one of their 2 Moxen. Time Walk, yeah, okay. They're down to 4 cards. That's a good sign. I think the power of Yogwill is super high when you are shredding. I think the power of Yogwill is just super high in general. And it is a really strong card when your opponent are playing a bunch of counterspells. So like against Nathan's deck, Yogwill was quite good. I hope I don't get opposition agented. That would be bad. I have to play my fetch though in case they do have an opposition agent because I need to make sure that I can play my spells. All right, so another pass, no mana. I have to be very careful here about opposition agent. That's a great draw though. So now I can, that's such a good draw. So now I can go Island, Jet, Dark Confidant. Yeah, I just don't like Breach. And also going like too far into the graveyard means people start attacking your graveyard. I just think I don't like playing Breach. I don't play it well. I don't enjoy it, so. But I have tried, like, I think I put a video out of playing Shredder and Breach. Pretty sure I put a video out. It was a pretty bad video because I played terribly, got unlucky, and molded. It's one of my worst videos of all time, honestly. But yeah, I mean, I'm getting dazed. I'm just letting this happen. I can't fetch into an opposition agent here. I also don't want to put my Flusterstorm down. So if this gets dazed, it gets dazed. It's fine. I think they have opposition agent. I'm almost entirely positive they don't have opposition agent. So the problem is I still can't really fetch into this because they could have Dark Ritual opposition agent. I might do it on their upkeep though, because then I can at least negate it. Like if they go Dark Ritual opposition agent here, that's probably fine. Yep, so now they make their land drop from Daze. What do we got? Nothing? No follow-up. Okay. So if I draw a blue card, I'll play Shredder. If I don't draw a blue card, I will play Demonic. Dress down. No, now I kind of don't want to play. What do I want a DT for? Have I played a land drop? What if I DT for Saga? I did play a land drop. Never mind. I could DT for Mindbreak Trap. Kind of sick, actually. If they play an opposition agent, I can respond by fetching and dress. That's not even good. Ah, man, I just don't want to get opposition agented. I really just don't want to be opposition agented. Maybe I'm playing like too scared around it, but it just feels like I lose the game immediately. Well, the thing is, if I don't play Shredder, I have Force plus Dress Down plus Flusterstorm back up. which is a lot. I'm gonna play Shredder though. I think it's fine. I think cracking and DTing here against it really feels like the way they're sequencing it feels like opposition change, but they don't. Do they have the discipline to not cast it on any of these end steps? Also, is it even correct to not cast it on any of these end steps? They probably don't have it. I'm probably overthinking it. I'm gonna be really upset though if we die with negation fluster here when I could have had negation fluster dress down. But maybe Mind Break Trap is the DT. Pearl. It seems like a card we're gonna pitch. So if I play Pearl, then I actually hold up Dress Down Fluster. Maybe that's worth it. Dig. All right, I'll just pitch Dig. Do you have Opposition Agent after all of this? Time to find out. The problem is if I go too far in on this Opposition Agent, I run the risk of not having enough counterspells for Doomsday. If they don't respond with an opposition agent here, I'm gonna fetch on their upkeep. I'm gonna DT for Mind Break Trap. I think that's the plan. That gives me 3 pieces of counter magic. I don't know if I've ever demonic tutored for a Mind Break Trap, by the way. That might be a first. That might be an Inchivo unlocked. All right, so I don't think they have an opposition agent anymore, so I'm going to fetch now. It was just a bad read, I guess. Not sure exactly what's in my hand. Well, I think my opponent is probably going to go in soon. Maybe not. I just think having access to all of this counter magic looks pretty good for me. I think just having as much mana and counter magic in a Shredder just feels like this is now 4 counter spells, right? Because I could play Negation, Dress Down, Flusterstorm, and Mind Break Trap. Obviously, this clock is not very fast. I wonder if I could get a Lurrus here. It's actually not that bad because I still have 3 counter spells. The problem is I'm never going to use this Lurrus. Like even if I play a Lurrus, am I going to play a Dark Confidant? Maybe. It just feels like, I wonder if I'm supposed to get this Lurrus. Kind of just want to hold everything up. I wish my Shredder was a 3/5. Lurrus helps on the clock, but I just think the turn is coming, right? Maybe not. Maybe not. What? All right, well, didn't expect that. Maybe that's why they haven't killed me. They just have a bunch of fluxes and things in their hand. I definitely don't regret getting like... I do lose a bunch of mana here, but doesn't really matter. All right. Yeah, this card is not good against me. I guess they got killed by Vault Key, so that's what they're... They saw Vault Key, so they probably expect like a 4 Saga deck, maybe. Oh, they're gonna let me loot? Oh, thank you. Thank you, opponent. God bless. Yeah. Wait, do I want that? Oh, I can't pitch any of these cards. It's fine. I'll take my one. Take my one power. They should probably fetch to get the other underground sea, right? So before they lose it. Top, bottom. All right, so I'll just use Jet and Pearl to pay for Sapphire here. They're also going to lose their Jet, which is probably a bigger deal than us losing ours. Yeah, I mean, I'm not using this mana for anything else. Well, the top is not actually bad against Flux, and it will let me cast 2 spells every turn. The problem is I just don't really have the mana or cards to spare here. I mean, now I have a 3/5, so I'm content on attacking and holding up all my counter magic. My opponent only has 5 cards in hand. 4-turn clock. Multiple pieces of counter magic. This Jet is gone, so they only have 4 mana. I doubt they save it, right? Ancestral. I think I just negate it. They can fluster. They're doing this now so they can pay for flusters and stuff. It's really bad if I get flustered back, right? Maybe that's fine, though. I could pitch Stress down. I don't really want to pitch Stress down. Maybe it's acceptable. This is probably the most important turn of the game. I need to think. 4 cards in their upkeep, Ancestral, with the trigger on the stack, which means they're trying to play around Fluster or in a Fluster War. No, that's not how Mindbreak Trap works. The problem with hard casting it is I get immediately countered by Fluster, and it's quite bad for me, right? Still quite bad for me. Maybe I get rid of a Flusterstorm so it's fine. I guess I'm never casting Dress Down and Fluster on this turn, so maybe I could just pitch cast. Like, there's no way I'm going to cast Force of Negation, Hard Cast, Dress Down, and Fluster in the same turn. So maybe there's no reason not to pitch cast. Unless I counter and win a counter war and get another turn, in which case I want to have a Dress Down to buy me a turn against an Oracle. Oh, this could be the mistake. This could be a mistake. This could be a mistake. Like, if they Doomsday and I get another turn, then Dress Down can buy me. All right, so here's the Fluster. I get a Connive. Hopefully just hit something I can pitch. Perfect. There's definitely no shot I Fluster back here. My opponent also will have to hit a Dark Ritual. Yeah, this is fine. I don't care about this Ancestral that much. My opponent is going to lose their Jet here. I'm very sure I'm going to let Doomsday resolve as well. To like to put them to, what's that put them to 6? Or does that put them to 5? Yeah, that's fine. I would not even trap Doomsday. I'm pretty sure Doomsday just kills them. Even if it doesn't, I can dress down on the end step of my turn. It chose not to shuffle. They're just giving me another shot here. Okay. Well, I'm pretty happy with how that turn turned out. Bob. So that's a pretty interesting question. Do we actually cast Bob? Don't really see why we would. I want to be able to hold up Dress Down Flusterstorm. Unfortunately, 4 damage is kind of annoying there because I don't really want to cast Dress Down now because that lets them build Time Walk piles. Just gonna pass again. Oh boy, this is a close game. They have 7 cards in hand. My clock was just not very fast, but they also played like a Flux that didn't really do much. All right, they have 8 cards in hand. This is Doomsday. Doomsday definitely resolves. And then we battle. So the first thing I do is Dress Down. Because then they can't win in the same turn. And then I would kill them in the air. That does sound like a very Nox Tom card, to be fair. That's very on point. Yeah, I can't imagine my opponent builds a Doomsday pile here that will work. Yeah, I don't really want to play red, to be perfectly honest. And the problem with Arcanist is it relies too heavily on the graveyard, and then you start getting into territory where people are boarding in Leyline against you, and it's too good. I like that my 8 threats in this deck utilize the graveyard, but don't rely on the graveyard. It's a really big thing for me. I try not to build a deck, like a blue controlling deck, or a blue like fair deck that loses to Leyline of the Void. Oh, they're building a Time Walk pile. Wow, I can't believe they're building a Time Walk pile. That's really smart. Uh-oh. So that beats my Dress Down. Unless I cast it on end step, I guess. All right, hold on. We need to build a sheet here. So my opponent has got Time Walk, Ancestral. I don't want to play cantrips. I want to play full Moxen, 1 in an X 2 drops. All right, chat. Let's do some mapping. I have 5 in library, 7 in hand. Oh boy, this is gonna take some work here, huh? All right, so Oh, bring up a list. Time to do some mapping. So there was a Murktide and a Fatal Push. Was there a opposition agent? Don't see an opposition agent. I'm F3ing just in case. All right, so we know they're going to 1 life to cycle a Street Wraith. So we know there was a Wraith. We know that these are in the pile. We know the Wraith was in the hand. I might just lose here, unfortunately. It looks like 1, 2, 2 Force of Will. Lotus is in the pile, or probably in the pile. At least a Flusterstorm. Oh, wait, forces are dead because they're at 1 life. That's unlucky. I don't know if they thought that through. All right, I actually don't care anymore. I'm just going to play it through now. Gush, Connive. What if I hit like a force off this too? All right, so my opponent is going to Gush. And they have a Flusterstorm to back it up. What we don't want is to give them double Fluster. So what is their plan? So if I just Fluster this, they Fluster back, and then I trap the... Have they played a land yet? They haven't played a land yet. If they're gushing into Time Walking, then I can end step Dress Down. I'm not sure I have another... I'm not sure I get another Flusterstorm target. Ancestral. Just trap it. I also get to loot again. Aww. Man, Demonic Tutor for Mindbreak Trap, kind of nasty here. Even if they have... Even if they have Lotus Time Walk here, I still get to Dress Down on end step. Even if they have Lotus Time Walk here, which I don't think they do. So I would still win with an end step Dress Down, buying me a turn. My opponent had 7 cards in hand, so there's like a lot of cards that could theoretically be in their hand. The big thing is the forces were turned off because of the Street Wraith, which I don't know, that seems like an odd play. You don't have to go Street Wraith there. I'm fairly confident if you gave Discover in that pile that I would lose. Not that, and that's not a knock on my opponent. I just think Discover is so good that they would probably figure out a way to win from here. Damn, we beat Doomsday. That feels good. This energy flux really helped. I'm pretty sure I was dead there. I'm pretty sure if it was a Discover I was going to lose that game. But Doomsday is an incredibly challenging deck when you opponent has Flusterstorm, Mindbreak, Trap, Dress Down, Negation in hand. So it ain't easy. Okay, here we go. Round 3, Vintage Challenge up against Millhouse. Recently ran Squee, Hollowvine. Hopefully, that feels like a real rough matchup, but we'll see what we can do. I have a cat. This is actually kind of an interesting one, right? Because we have, they are on Squee. We have Saga Demonic for Vault Key. Maybe we just try to go all in on it. I think our matchup, we also have Demonic for Strip Mine, actually. Yeah, this is definitely a keep. If we were on the play, I would feel so much better about this hand, but... It's going to be very hard. My opponent kept a 7-card Bazaar hand with a Squee and a Bazaar. It's going to be extremely difficult to win this. Yeah, I think I am going to Demonic for a Strip Mine. Oh, Shredder's actually probably a pretty good blocker here. What if we just play a Shredder instead and then Demonic for Strip Mine next turn? I have to expose myself to Wasteland. It's probably okay. Let's see if this gets forced. It's pretty good against their attackers, right? They could also easily outgrow them. All right, got forced. That feels likely. That's not bad, though. They're down to 3 cards, and they get Squee, and for turn up to 5, down to 4. No, we don't have a Needle or a Soul Guide or anything in the main. We have a Strip Mine. That's what we got. Oh, they got rid of a Noxious Revival. Oh, they drew their own Strip Mine. Okay, well. Yeah, that's really bad. The good news is I didn't fetch a basic. The bad news is probably need to play Saga now. Oh, never mind. Should I just go for Vault Key? What's the likelihood that works? Feels like fairly low, right? Kind of feels like I should, though. Oh, I also need an extra mana. That's probably a bad play, then. Well, I mean, they can have a Force of Will, they can have a Force of Negation, they can have a Mindbreak Trap, they can have a Vigor, they can have everything. But, like, I don't know. They pitched a Vigor. Maybe I'll draw Flusterstorm. I have 3 Flusters in my deck. Maybe this is bad sequencing. Because now these just get Vigored. But maybe they'll like try to find a Wasteland and that we already have the key. That would be pretty sick, actually. If they like go all in finding a Wasteland on Saga and then we just slam key. We could even like spin for a Fluster. Yeah, so they found a Wasteland for Saga, but we already had the key. Ooh, wait, this could work. This could work. I don't have enough mana to spin, though. So I probably have to just Well, maybe I could spin into a force. This feels playable. Key. No misstep either. They had a force. All right, spin into a force. Ah, shit, man. Unlucky. So is there any way for me to get a Lurrus? No. So okay, so if I draw, I think I just need to draw. So I can draw my underground. Oh, I already played an underground. See this turn. Fuck me. All right, so I think I just draw with bobble stuff. Hmm. Another hollow one coming down next turn. We could draw Yogwill. Nope. I mean, that would have been a blocker. I don't think I want a blocker, though. Kind of want to just find Black Lotus or something. What did they just Noxious Revival? They Noxious Revival to Force? This is so frustrating. I hate playing against this deck. It feels like nothing you do matters. I could have drawn a Strip Mine. I could have Demonics for a Strip Mine this game. Maybe it would have been good enough. Because the Demonic did resolve at one point. It felt like a pretty reasonable go all in. All they had was one. All they had was one. All they had was one counter spell. If I had found a force off my top, I would have won the game. I think it was worthwhile. All right, so they have a Force of Will in their hand. If we crack our fetch, we are no longer able to force, but that's probably fine. So I can resolve this Ancestral on their turn by drawing into negation. Oh, no, I can't because I won't have... Yeah. Oh, I can do it on my turn by drawing... No, I can't do it. No, I can't resolve a Lurrus or a key. Well, maybe I can get them to force the Ancestral, and then I get Lurrus into my hand. I replay Lurrus. That might actually work. Because Lurrus can block for a turn. They just let it resolve? Fuck me. What do I do now? Need to find Fluster now. Because they're just letting me find Fluster. So now if I have to hit Yogwill and Fluster on this. If I hit Yogwill and Fluster, I win. Dress down doesn't do anything. Oh, now I need 2 creatures though. Wait, do I have? Oh, do I have a land drop this turn? No. So I draw. Wait, so this is enough? So this, can I play Lurrus and, okay, so if I go to my next turn, I draw my Academy. My Academy makes 4 mana. There's no red sources in my opponent's deck. That's not how the deck is built. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. I'm 1 mana short of playing Lurrus with negation backup. Fuck. But I can play Shredder with negation backup, but the problem with Shredder with negation backup is I need to find another blocker. Super close. I don't have a land drop to give here, right? Or else I could draw a land and get my Lurrus. I could play. Can I draw a land and get my Lurrus? Where is my turn? No, I played a Misty this turn. Okay. This was pretty close, I think. I kind of needed my opponent to force the Ancestral, but they chose not to do so, which means it makes things a lot more difficult for me. Again, drawing like Force and Negation is much worse for me than having drawn a Fluster. If I just draw a Fluster, I think I win. So it's kind of awkward. So now what? So now I draw an additional 4 mana. And I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, I have 9. So I can go Lurrus. I just must have miscounted here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can play Lurrus with negation back up and then get back. I can't get back Key though, and I have to chump the hollow one, right? So, but I mean, I should probably do it, right? I should probably still need to do it. Lurrus. No, I have negation. I'm not pitch casting negation. So the problem now is I have to block this hollow one. I know I have a probe on top of my library. So I should probably just bobble past the probe. Or I could pedal and spin and try to hit. No. I know there's a Shredder and a Probe as my top 2 cards. So if I block this Lurrus, I block this hollow one, I go to 4. It's not very good. I block this Root Wallet, I go to dead. That's not very good. I think I still need to find Yogwill next turn. Which means I probably need to bobble. I mean, they could also, I guess, have Fury, but... Sure. Okay. I kind of like how we played this game. They also have his, Squee Master here, so if we can find 2 blockers, we live another turn. They also have a Vengevine in the yard, I guess. That could just kill us. Ah, shit. The good news is Lurrus chumping Hollow One turns our force on. So if we draw Yogwill, we win. What the hell was that? They put another force on top of their library, but that's fine. We have our own force now. It's kind of interesting they put force on top of their library instead of maybe like Hollow One to try to trigger Vengevine. It's kind of interesting. So now they have Force of Will. Okay, so they have Force of Will, Master of Death in their hand. And we chump the Hollow One, go to 4. So all we need to do is draw Yogwill, and we win the game with force backup. Okay, so draw, spin, spin, spin. Yogwill? Dig through time. Yeah, I want to dig through time. Should I just probe into the dig through time? Go to 1. No, I can't probe. Oh, I could pay blue mana. I could go Underground Sea. I could pay blue mana. Or I could just use this top. Should I float mana first? Well, I could play Shredder first as well. Man, there's so many choices. I'm going to need at least 5 mana after Yogwilling. No. I need to have 1 mana after Yogwilling. Oh, this is so hard. Holy crap, this deck's so hard. Shredder does give me another turn. It also gives them a ton of draws though. Well, I have a Lotus Petal in my yard. Okay, so I lose out on maybe I'm just supposed to dig in response. No. I lose out on a loot and everything, but this is still fine, right? I can just survive 1 turn with my Shredder. Misty. Okay. Shredder. Gation. Force. I found Merchant Scroll, Pearl Soul Ring Bob. I guess I just take Pearl Soul Ring and spin. What's Merchant Scroll gets me nothing, right? I don't have anything left in my deck to get with Merchant Scroll because I used my dig and I used my Ancestral. Could get a Brainstorm. Yeah, I'm just gonna get Pearl Soul Ring. I'm gonna play Pearl. I'm gonna spin with my top. Malevolent Hermit. Are we just gonna die? I wish I could play it this turn so I could block. Scroll gets me nothing. There's nothing to get off of Scroll. Sure. Oh, maybe I'm supposed to hold that in hand to loot. Probably was supposed to hold that in hand to loot. So what I can do next turn is I can draw with my top and then I can play. Oh no, I lose my shredder. Fuck. Oh, this game's so hard. I have to find a third card down has to be good here. If I had played the Soul Ring with the Pearl mana, I could have done it, but I wanted to hold my. Yeah, I guess I could have done it. Well, casting it would have let me trade with the Blazing Root Walla. I don't know if that's actually good. I think we're dead here, unfortunately. What the fuck is happening? What is going on? Why does my opponent have a gut shot in their deck? Oh no. What? No, 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 not like this. Why does my opponent have a gut shot in their deck? All right, I was dead anyways. I didn't draw the cards I needed to draw. I think we hit pretty badly on our Sensei's top this game. I'm sure there were some minor things I could have done to make this go better for me. But I think our top was not a very helpful friend here. Oh, wow. I can't believe I just got shot. All right, well. What do? I bring in Tabernacle and Crypt and Needle and Soul Ring or Soul Guide Lantern. Yeah, we looked like pretty hard for the cards we were trying to find and didn't find them. Kind of unfortunate. Negation is quite bad. Dress Down is quite bad. I don't really like Vault Key against the Vigor deck, but I think we're probably keeping it in. DT for Strip Mine would have won. I mean, it's possible they just chose not to, like, they could have had Noxious Revival. They actually did have Noxious Revival, so I'm not 100% convinced DT for Strip Mine would have won that game. I think my line of getting Vault Key was pretty good. They had 3 cards left in their hand. I just needed to hit a Force of Will off the top, if they had a Force of Will, which they did. I don't hate the DT for Strip Mine line. I would fault nobody for taking the DT for Strip Mine line. I think it's totally fine. Oh, there's a Jailer. Okay, yeah, I didn't even know I had a Jailer in my sideboard. I accept. How do I sideboard then? I kind of want, like, theoretically, you're supposed to take out Manifold Keytime Vault. But, oh, I guess Mindbreak Trap's Garbo. Misdirection is Garbo. Oh, Misdirection's fine. I don't really like Misdirection. It's fine. It's not that good. Maybe it just has a 5th Force. It's fine. I don't know. I think Deadweight is more awesome than Tragic Slip. But agree to disagree. Don't actually think Mental Misstep is good, though it hits Noxious Revival, but they shouldn't really keep in very many Noxious Revivals against a deck that probably doesn't have Wastelands and Strip Mines. No, they're on Squee. That was a really close game 1. That's a sick hand. I've got turn 1 Bob or Shredder into Strip Mine. I can't believe they're playing a Gut Shot. I think that card hits Ragavan, right? But besides that, not very much else. Does DD? No, Dress Down doesn't do anything, so I took it out. I'm going to immediately hit an 8 drop off this Bob. 100%. All right, 2 Root Wallas and a Master. Oh my god, if my Bob got Gut Shot, that would have been so bad. I would be so sad. That would be very sad, yeah. Didn't even think about that. All right, Bob, what do you got for me? A Malevolent Hermit. Interesting. Kind of want to play this before I play Shredder. The problem is Shredder actually blocks, where this does not actually block. I guess it comes back. So maybe it does block. All right, what do you say about my Malevolent Hermit? How does that make you feel? Doesn't make you feel, huh? All right, well, I'm going to Strip Mine you. Well, in the format, I don't think that gut shot hits a lot of targets, right? It doesn't hit Deathrite Shaman. It mostly hits Ragavan, if I can think about it. I mean, yeah, second Bazaar. Unbelievable, dude. Unbelievable. That's so bad for me. Well, this deck is such a pain in the ass. It is so hard to beat this deck with any deck I've ever registered. Man. Second Bazaar. Yeah, we get Furied. It's quite bad. They kept it in Mindbreak Trap. I think if they attack, I will trade a Hermit. Because I can just replay the Hermit next turn instead of playing the Shredder, and then I guess, maybe that's worse. Oh, too late. I forgot that this is actually probably better on its first side than its second side. Hit Ancestral. That's a nice one. So I guess I'm gonna flip my Hermit so my Ancestral is uncounterable. I am gonna die to this Hollow one though. If I don't play this Shredder soon. I am like 1,000,000,000% to die to Fury, aren't I? Like, it's just gonna happen. I can't. They had second Bazaar. Oof. What is Hollowvine's bad matchups? Like Hogaak is a really bad matchup. Shops, Wasteland decks, Strip Mine. I fetched 2 basics and they found the Strip Mine. Mostly Wasteland decks. Ay, 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 ay. Why do I bother? I just don't know why I bother. I tried so hard, but it just doesn't matter. It is impossible. I think I need to get this to a 3-5. It's not even gonna matter. Yeah, playing against Hollowvine, playing a blue deck is just abysmal magic. They do all the things you do, but they pay 0 mana for it. It is just a miserable gaming experience. A disgusting deck. It's good that this deck doesn't see a lot of play because it is abysmal to play against. All right. Okay. So much fun. Having a great time. No, this is not even them drawing well. This is just how their deck works. Like, you just draw like 3 cards every turn. And you have a million counter spells in your deck. That's just the whole deck. Well, if I drew a Tabernacle here, like Demonic Tabernacle, that would actually kill them. I have good cards, but they're not in play, so. I don't know. Playing against Hollowvine is an effort in futility for sure. It's just not happening. Unlucky. That's a bad matchup for sure, but I don't think it's an unwinnable matchup. Like, we do have tools here. We definitely were in places to win game 1. Game 2, we were so far. Game 2, we had the Strip Mine, but they had 2 Bazaar. Like, if they don't have a second Bazaar, we probably win game 2, but they have second Bazaar, so we just lose. Yeah, I mean, not much to say. I don't think it was like poorly played or anything. I think we just didn't draw the cards we needed to win the game, and thus we did die. Okay, here we go. Round 4, Vintage Challenge. We're up against Senpai Blank. Senpai Blank has been working on Blue-White Stone Blade with me, or maybe mostly them at this point. I started it, and they actually got a top 8 with it. It'd be pretty fun if we get to play a control mirror here. Senpai is definitely a better control player than I am, though, so we'll see how this goes. I have a cat. I have a hell of a hand. I keep. What am I doing with this hand, chap? What am I doing with this hand? Wow, what do we do? What do we do? This is a really nice hand. Both on color Moxen. Maybe we just go Demonic for Fluster. Maybe we go... I don't know what the play is here. Could always get Black Lotus and try to get a Lurrus. Could go... we go Demonic for Shredder as it's a blue card, and then it lets us play next turn. I don't know. It's a lot of choices here. Maybe we go Demonic for Shredder and then Ancestral on their upkeep. Kind of feels bad, but not that bad. Maybe it's better to get a Bob. No, it's better to get a blue card for sure. I don't think I'm unhappy if I think the Ancestral getting forced is fine. Would I force back? I could force back too. What do I think about forcing back? That's a lot of cards invested for not a lot of gain. But I also don't have really great follow-up plays either. I think forcing back is fine. Maybe this is greedy. Okay, well, this Merchant Scroll gets Dig Through Time, which is kind of interesting. Uh-oh, that's an Underground Sea. Oh no, my opponent has their own Ancestral. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Time Walk. Hmm. All right, well, let's see what's on the top of my deck, and then maybe we go... Well, maybe I'm not supposed to do that. Mental Misstep. Don't really want that. Maybe I'm just going way too aggressive here. I'm going to get negated. But I could go fetch, time walk, merchant, dig. Feels like pretty good. Really low on resources compared to my opponent, but really ahead on mana. I don't know if that's worthwhile, but get a dig. Could always cast this dig. Oh, I got a bobble. Ooh, hello. That's a hell of a draw. So now if my negation gets, my dig gets forced, I can go Lurrus. That's a sick draw. Soul Ring. Dig. Forced. All right, so we got the Force. They were playing a Tinker deck. Sphinx of the Steel win. All right, so I'm just going to go I'm gonna go get my Lurrus. Then I'm gonna replay my Lurrus. And I'm gonna get a Bauble instead of a Lotus. I'm gonna look at their top card. It's Hilarion Academy. All right. Well, I have a draw a card every turn with my Lurrus. I can get back Lotus. That's a terrible draw. My opponent has 6 cards in hand, though, so I could just get Tinkered and die. Could get Volcate and die. Yeah, we're just dead. Maybe forcing their force on my Ancestral was bad. But I don't really know. Like, I feel like my opponent's cards were just much better than mine, right? Wow, we're gonna get double draw off our top. Yeah, we're very dead here. Wow. I don't know. Could I have played this differently? I went all in. I had a lot of fast mana, but not a lot of powerful follow-up. I don't know. I think I like what we did. Our opponent just has Ancestral Force, Time Walk Force, Solarian Academy, Soul Ring, right? I don't know. They're just gonna Demonic for Volkey, or they're gonna Yawk Will. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty good. I did draw a lot of mana. True. Yeah. Our thing was powerful, but it was certainly not as powerful as what our opponent did. However, opponent used all cards that are in our deck, so like this could have all, you know, we could have done the exact same thing opponent did. We just didn't draw that. Our opponent didn't play a single card that wasn't in our deck as well. I kind of needed to draw Fluster off of that Bauble. Restricted cards are good, confirmed. Maybe I went too far in on the Force, but like Demonicking for Shredder was pretty bad value, but I don't know how else I play that hand. Like what am I supposed to demonic for? Am I not supposed to demonic? Am I supposed to just cast Ancestral? Like, I'm not sure what the way out. What was I supposed to do differently there? Let's play a Counterbalance and a Steel Sabotage and a Engineered Explosives, and then let's take out Swamp. And none of these cards are bad. Maybe we take out Volkey. Theoretically, we should be able to play a pretty fair game here. I mean, that would have... Yes, that would have worked, but it's pretty hard to make that call. I think, like, tutoring for the Shredder gives us more... Like, if our Ancestral resolves, having a Shredder is much better than having Misdirection Forcible in our hand, right? Maybe not. It felt like having access to another threat was nice. Let's try this. I feel like I did not have the cards needed to win the game. I didn't mind to do that. Opponent went bottom bottom. I'm not going to strip mine this. I'm going to save this for a saga. Wow, Bobble looks super good here, though. Oh, I like that a lot. I haven't gotten to do this yet, but Shredder Bobble? Loot? think I would rather just lose a land here. See their top card. And okay. I drew a land anyways. What's your follow-up here? Another okay, so they played the Delta out. I am running out of gas quickly here. Prismatic ending on my shredder. Sure. That's acceptable. It's a good draw. We'll play another shredder. I'm going to fetch now so that I don't get opposition agented. I don't hate where we're at. The opponent somehow has 7 cards in their hand, and we only... All right, so I saved my strip mine for the Saga. It's good. Another Fluster. They are gonna put in a Hull Breacher. Oh, they had an opposition agent. Wow, I'm glad I fetched around it. I'm gonna force it. They force back. I still have Fluster. This card probably isn't a huge deal, but I assume it's kind of annoying. So I kind of want them to go in and get a huge Fluster value here. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess I get to play a free dig here, and if they counter it, then I loot, which is nice. I get to loot. Nice. That's pretty value. If they counter this, I loot again, and I still have Fluster up. I kind of like that. All right, Bob. Wow. Wow. So should I go Fluster down for a turn and get a Bob and an Emerald or Bob and a Pearl? Kind of feels pretty good, right? Maybe I should supposed to just go Bob, and then maybe I'm supposed to play it more gently. I probably should have played Dark Confidant pre-combat so that if they countered it, I would have gotten a loot. That was pretty bad. Could have gotten a free extra damage. Maybe I'm not allowed to actually play Bob here, and I should have just gone Bob and not taken Pearl. I think now that I have the Pearl, I should just go Bob, though. I don't like what I did. I think I should have taken Bob, and held up Flusterstorm. I don't like the play I made. Like, my opponent can just go, like, Mox Tinker, kill me, right? Or, you know, Merchant for Ancestral. All right, maybe I'll hit Mental Misstep. Ledger Shredder. Yeah, I did play into this by not holding up Fluster. That's why I think my play was bad. I like just taking double Bob, holding up Flusterstorm. Really dislike the play I made. Wow, do you still have more action? It's really bad for me. I got supremely punished here by not holding up Flusterstorm. Oh, the good news is I get a Bob activation, so that's a plus. The clock is real. The bird is quite big now. Yeah, I definitely like digging for double Bob. That would have been better. All right, Bob, what do you got for me? Mox Ruby, negation. So I can hold up negation Fluster. I can play Ruby and get my Lurrus. I think I'm just going to hold open negation Fluster and then hold the Ruby for double spell on the next turn. I have a 2-turn clock here after that attack, so I don't think going shields down would be very smart. This is the most shields up we can be. Guess I technically have negated that. It doesn't really feel like a very strong play, though. Definitely wish I had played this game slightly different. Oh, they're just gonna go for double top activation? Sure. I might counter the top on the way back down. Oh, wow. Lavinia. Okay, I mean, that's fine, I think. I mean, I don't have a choice, but I can still cast all my spells. Bob drew a fetch and a merchant scroll. I wish I had a gush in my deck. I guess I still have ancestral though, so this looks pretty winning for me. So I just have lethal, right? Just the bird is 10 power. It's so incredible. Wow. This card is so good. Like it's so good. It's ridiculous. Look how strong this card is. That's just lethal. Oh my god. I think I could have played that game substantially better. I wonder if we're supposed to bring in Caracas for Lavinia. Nah. Don't really like that idea. Maybe it's actually good. Maybe I just take out both basics. Ooh, my mana doesn't suffer. Yeah. I mean, they had action. They just didn't have Tinker. I was lucky they didn't draw Tinker. Opponent's not actually on Stoneforge. Opponent is on Esper Tinker. So it only hits Lavinia, basically. Maybe I do need it, though. I think Lavinia is pretty reasonable against me. It just needs to come down earlier. Don't know if this hand is good enough, to be honest, but I'm going to keep it. I think what I'll do is I will go underground. I will go fetch an underground sea, pass the turn with a Flusterstorm up. My opponent mulliganed to 4. And then I will play a jet, and then I will pass, and then I will untap and play Land Shredder Ruby. My opponent kept a 4-card hand on the play. Let's see if we get turn 1 tinkered. Our hand is not really set up to beat. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. London Mulligan gets you the Ancestral. Black Lotus. What's a mulligan to 4 between friends? Well, now I actually can't. What the frick? I was like, now I can't really fetch because there could be opposition agent. I think what I'm gonna do instead is just go underground, see all of my Mox and get a Lurrus. I don't think playing the bird here is better. I don't think playing the bird is better than using my 3 mana the best I can. Ugh. Probe. I think we're just gonna die to Tinker this game, unfortunately. Don't really see. We don't have a lot of action. That's what I'm trying to say. It was a good Moldifor, but it was also, it's just London Mulligan. You could just Mulligan to Ancestral. If I have Force of Will, I win, right? But I didn't have Force of Will, so we get to play Magic. Saga's actually pretty interesting. Wow. I mean, there's no guarantee. Like, I would have to hold. Oh, wait, I drew Sapphire. I did not realize I drew Sapphire. I probably would have played Shredder and held up Fluster. That was really bad. Yeah, my opponent used London and I did not use London. That might be it. I could have played this game better though. I didn't realize I drew Sapphire. I don't know if it would have mattered. I wasn't gonna cast. They know I have Flusterstorm, so I'm 1 mana short of going like Shredder Lurrus. Maybe I should just go. Yeah, I could. I mean, like I said, I could have gone Ruby, Sapphire, Shredder, held. I could have gone Jet, Sapphire, Shredder, held, Ruby. I just forgot that this gave me an extra blue source. I didn't reevaluate. I think I'm supposed to play Lurrus this turn. That way I can play 2 Shredders next turn. Oh, I could have played. I don't want to play Caracas. Maybe no, I should have played Caracas. I forgot I had Sapphire again. No, but I couldn't hold up. Yeah, I could have. I could have used. Yeah, I could have held up Sapphire. I could have held up Caracas Sapphire. Jeez, I'm so bad. Playing pretty poorly. Uh-oh, double Saga draw. Are we gonna die to Sagas? We might just die to Sagas here. We don't have any of our 2 answers. We have Dress Down and Engineered Explosives in the main. But I also have Caracas Lurrus. All right, that's kind of interesting. All right, Shredder. They can't really counter Shredder anymore because I can just bring it back. Excellent deck building, Justin. All right. I actually feel pretty reasonable unless we get Vault Keyed now. I do have a Hermit to help a little bit. We're going to activate both Sagas. Man, I love when people play Urza Saga into my Urza Saga hate. We're going to activate both Sagas? Maybe? I do need to make sure this Dress Down resolves, but a 3rd Saga? Wow. I'm going to hold it, try to get max value. Maybe I was not supposed to hold it. I was supposed to end step it so I could replay it. Maybe I was supposed to end of main it so I could replay it from my yard. I'll probably cast it on my end step or their upkeep or something. This is pretty sick double play though. I bobble them and then I bobble again from my yard. They have a Yogg Will coming. Holy shit. They're gonna get a Lotus and kill. Oh no, the Lotus is in their yard. I'm gonna draw a land. I definitely think I need to start attacking. I think I want them to do more Saga activations. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna cast this Dress Down during their turn. Well, let's see. Pretty likely to resolve right now. I want them to add more. I want them to put more mana in. I also drew Force now. Oh, they're not going to go for any more Sagas. All right, well, I was hoping they wouldn't put more mana in here, but this is fine. Well, and I lose my Hermit. No, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait longer here. Oh, they're gonna needle Hermit, or are they gonna needle Caracas? Or are they gonna needle? What are they gonna needle? They're gonna needle Hermit. Okay, that's fine. We can still like just block with this Hermit and bring it back forever. Dress down also increases my Flusterstorm count for this Yogwill. All right, so the Saga tokens are down. 1, 2, 3. I can't actually fluster this, so I have to force it. That's pretty bad for me. Maybe I should have forced it in response. I kind of wanted to draw another blue card, but maybe I could have shreddered. Wow, they have force backup. So do we lose? My opponent gets to go Ancestral Probe, Lotus. Man, maybe I played this game badly. Flusterstorm allows them to still go bring back Lotus, Ancestral Probe. Like, it does the same thing. Whereas this stuff, they don't have a force, they lose. All right, well, I guess I lose? I don't know. Well, it kind of depends on what they draw here. They've already played a land, so they don't get another Saga. So they get Lotus, Ancestral Ponder, Probe. Yeah, I mean, it's really bad for me. I did clear the board of Construct tokens. And I can replay and kill Construct tokens forever. Maybe I was supposed to... I never had an opportunity to block with this Hermit, right? That Yogwill was incredible. I don't think I was supposed to bring in, like, a Soul Guide Lantern, right? No, probably not. Hermit attacking, they would not have blocked, I don't believe. If I had, instead of Dress Down, I mean, then I would get hit for 1 billion. Maybe that would have been fine. I could have hard cast Force with Fluster backup. It still ends up the same spot though, right? They force it, I Fluster back, and it's the same amount of Storm count, so I still lose. Senpai told me to cut Lantern, this is why. Yeah, they hit Tinker. So are they going to play Sphinx, or are they going to get a Citadel here? I can beat a Sphinx, right? I boarded in... Wait, did I board in anything? I thought I had boarded something in. I guess I didn't board anything in to beat a Sphinx. Oh, yes, okay, they didn't go Sphinx anyways. I guess I have Dress Down. It's not exactly beating Sphinx. No, they had like 5 mana untapped. 4 or 5 mana. They had 4 mana and Flusterstorm was at 3. But you would lose the Dress Down and you would add a force, so it would have been exactly the same. The constructs were big, but I probably could have blocked one and lived. I don't know. It's probably pretty close. Hit Brainstorm off the top on the Citadel is pretty good. They don't have a land drop to give. That's another top clear. This looks quite bad, but opponent could just die. If they don't find Time Walk or Vault Key combo, they might just die. Let's hopefully they hit a bunch of sagas on this Citadel. I guess they can't hit a bunch of sagas because the sagas are all in play. Prismatic Ending on my Jet. Okay. Clearing the top. All right, clearing the top with Narset. This is a good sign. As long as they don't hit They hit Force on their Narset. Is that it? Are we done? Because currently there's 7 power. Oh my god, they hit Mentor off the top. Okay, we can still win in the air. We can still win in the air. Oh, they hit Mentor off the top. They aren't going to get any tokens because of Dress Down. And there's a Crypt in play. Time Vault. My turn? I can't draw any additional cards, but I could still loot. We did win this game, right? Yeah, this is just lethal in play. Oh my lord. Wow. No, I have to hit a spell. I have to hit a spell. No, I don't, because I have enough attackers, right? No, I have to hit a spell. Wait. What if I... No, I don't have any instants. No, I have to... Oh my god, I can't hit a spell. Oh my god, I don't win here. It's on mana crypt flip. Block, go to 1. Well, bouncing Lurrus doesn't help me. Because I can't cast any of these at instant speed. I need to pitch a non-land to get a connive. Urza's Saga was just a spell and not an Urza's Saga. Should I just cast Dress Down? No, that doesn't make any sense. I don't think I cast... I think I should cast Bobble and then attack. I should trade Lurrus for Mentor, right? Hmm. I can't dress on an end step anymore. I don't even think I want to. I don't think they can win with this current board state. I don't think Bounce Lurrus is good. All right, I guess we're on Mana Crypt flip. Oh my god, you're right. Dress Down is Flash. Bounce Lurrus. So yeah, I lost. I missed it. I did miss it. Yep. Nope. I missed it. I had a lethal attack there. I forgot Dress Down had flash. They won the flip. I have to play pedal, go to attacks. After they block, cast Dress Down with the connive trigger on the stat, bounce Lurrus and discard Lurrus. With my Caracas. Yep. Yep, I missed it. I was looking for that, but I missed it. So my opponent takes infinite turns here, but they don't have a Tinker in their deck. Do they have a Repeal? They could also drop everything to Citadel, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, I missed it. I was looking for that line, but I could not find it. They found Dig. I think I might lose this game. I was looking for a line like that, and I just didn't see it. That's fine. It's better that I didn't have chat give me the line, so I don't have to listen to idiots on YouTube tell me that I can't play Magic, so... There's no... Oh my god. They just hard cast a Sphinx, so they're on one flip again. Oh my god. Can they win 2 flips in a row? Yep, they won both flips. Unreal. Unfucking believable. I threw it. I had lethal. It's my own fault. I threw it. I had lethal. It was my own fault there. Wow, my opponent dug for a Sphinx. I kind of think they were supposed to get Sphinx instead of Citadel anyways, but... Man, what a terrible way to go. I didn't win either flip, and I missed lethal attack because I forgot that Dress Down had flash. Wow. That is sad. That is a rough way to go. And I do think I was dead to just them tinkering Sphinx though, right? Yeah, Senpai, I had to play my pedal, attack, you go to blocks. After you block, I cast Dress Down with the trigger on the stack, with the connive trigger on the stack, bounce my Lurrus, discard my Lurrus. I missed it. I just missed it. Because I drew Saga Delta, so I didn't have a card to discard to my connive. Saga kills me again. How can I continue to put this card in my deck? It's fucking so bad. Ugh. All right, trying to come back from the misplays and see what we can do here in round 5 out of 6 of this vintage challenge. I think our deck is sick. Just need to pilot it a little bit better. Is this Gak or is this Bug? Gak does feel like an issue, but leading on Bayou makes me sus that it's actually Gak. It is Gak. Interesting. Why would you lead on Bayou if you had a Once Upon a Time? You could hit a Strip Mine here. Kind of odd. Maybe it's like a lands deck or something. You definitely don't want to play your Bayou before you cast your Once Upon a Time. It is Gak. Okay. It's like not an unreasonable force. It's not an unreasonable force at all. I don't want to do it though. Really don't want to force there. Maybe I'm supposed to. I don't think so. Like, if I force there and they just play Bizarre second turn, I guess, why would they do that? Maybe. But maybe it's a futile effort to be forcing Gax. If they don't have any Bazaar, honestly, forcing Gak doesn't seem unachievable. Like, if they go, like, Fetchland, Deathrite, Gak here, then forcing Gak seems reasonable. This is a Bloodghast? I don't know what's happening. Are they trying to cast Gak? From their hand? I don't know. Oh, there's just a Bloodghast? Sure, yeah. They have no follow-up land, huh? Alright, well, I should be able to deploy a Shredder and then force Gak a couple times and win then. Feels very feasible. Moxen would be an interesting draw. Alright, so next turn I can actually draw with my top and my upkeep and play Shredder plus top. Shredder is a pretty big body. So if they play another, like, Bloodghast here, then they have... Oh, they do have Wasteland, okay. Yeah, that's kind of an annoying one for sure. I definitely considered that, but playing Strip Mine didn't really help me play around Wasteland either. So now they can tap and play Gak. I have to force it. It's okay, though. Kind of an interesting draw for my opponent. They have a follow-up, another Ghast. Oh, they trigger my Connive for me. Much appreciated. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of a Fluster, sure. So now I don't have a Moxen. Or I don't have enough mana to go up, activate on upkeep. Oh, that's so good. Shredder. Probe. Trigger Shredder. Nope. Nope. Rootwalla. Okay. So if they can't cast Gak this turn, then as long as I can find a blue card and get a force going, then I should be able to tempo my opponent out of this game. I mean, I should just block, right? There's no reason not to block here. Actually, do I win the tempo? They drew Strip Mine. Okay. That's kind of annoying. Maybe I need to hit this Bayou so I don't get pumped wallowed. Okay, maybe I'm not winning this race. It's kind of not something I expected. Cool. I hit Volt Key and I threw it all away. Maybe I'm supposed to take this key instead of having Force Up because I don't care about a Gak. I'm attacking for 6 down to 12. And then I'm attacking for 8 down to 4. It's not fast enough. I also can't hit this 2, 4, 7, 8. Wow, this is not actually fast enough. I don't think force is what I want either, though, so... I'm gonna live one turn no matter what, so I might as well draw 2 cards, right? 2, 4, 7, 8. Mental misstep. I don't think I'm supposed to be holding back. If I kept force in my hand, maybe I'm supposed to hold back all the shredders, but... do I mental misstep a root wallet here if they cast it? Maybe I played this game very poorly. Thinking about it now. I could have held both back and strip mine to Bayou. What a weird game. Kind of feels like a modern or modern game or like a legacy game. Yeah, all right. That puts me to what? 3? So I can strip mine and then they have to draw land to kill me. I did draw force. I should have gotten Lurrus at some point in this game. I guess I didn't really have any time to do that. If I get Lurrus and play Time Vault. So what if I just... I don't actually have the mana to do that. Wow. It'd be really sad if I strip mine them and they find another green source and kill me. All right, I think we should top and draw with top. What if I just play another shredder? That should save me from most attacks here. What if I keep pedal? Okay, so this blocks everything, and then I just need to hit one spell. I win next turn. Wow, Bird is unbelievable. This card is just so good. This card is insane. And top is so good in my deck, too. Wow. 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 This card's unbelievable. It's just so good. They lose because I have top double spell. Wow. What a crazy game. I'm not 100% sure that was a cleanly played game from me, but what an interesting game. Uh-oh. Does Wasteland change anything? Yeah, this is great. Wow. No. I have a force and a misstep. So I just cast my top, draw with my top, replay my top, pitch force, pitch miss. Oh, I need to hit a third card? Oh, you're right. Oh, you're right. I might have to pitch. What if I draw Lurrus? What if I get Lurrus from my hand? I don't have enough mana to do that. No, misstepping my top does not give me enough cards. No. I can trigger here, but I need to hit connive, chat. I actually have to hit 3 successful connives. I can also just not attack and go to another turn. So I'm not really worried. That's only 2 of the 3 that I need. Does forcing this help me? No. No. All right, we win. All right. That's so crazy. Bird is just an unbelievable magic card. Also, top has been quite good this game. Wow. Oh my god. that's that. I love this card. It's so much fun. Okay, so we took game 1 from Gak. I totally a reasonable keep from my opponent. Not a bizarre hand, but Gak does let you keep non-bizarre hands. Here we get to bring in a Soul Guide Lantern, a Tormod's Crypt, a Needle, a Tabernacle, a Caracas, a Jailer, a Deadweight, and a Myers Grasp, and a Seal of Removal, which is about 8,000 cards. How do I take enough cards out to do that? So I can take out Mindbreak Trap, Misdirection, Negation, Flusterstorms. Do I just take out all the counter magic? Or maybe I take out Volt Key. This way I don't even have any cards that really care about Vigor. Probably still keep Saga. Do I keep Dress Down? I don't know. Hermit is still a dude that comes back and blocks over and over again. It's probably better than Dress Down. Well, Dress Down makes the Hogaak not trample, I guess. I don't know. How far off a mono blue vintage deck with Murktide, Snapcaster, and Shredder? You can play it. Totally playable. I have a video on my YouTube channel somewhere playing mono blue. Murktide. It's probably a lot better with Shredder now because you don't actually get wrecked by Leyline of the Void. That sounds like a fun Wednesday night stream, actually. I might do that. That does sound like a very fun Wednesday night stream. I might do that. Could be a good time. Oh, I need to pick. I still need to get rid of a card. Sure. Maybe I'll board out this Malevolent Hermit. Seems reasonable. You ever board in Seal of Removal, chat? Have you ever done that? It's like the good old days. Shit. Unfortunately, this is just not a keep. This is a fun hand against other decks in the format, but against Gak, feel like we'll just get murdered. Maybe not. Fetch Basic Island, Time Walk, Seal, Gak, Misstep a Deathrite. Maybe this is fine. Let's try it. Typically, I don't really like these hands, but honestly, it might work out pretty well. Depends on what they have, but... Ooh, I think this is a force. I'm going to force this. All right, this is perfect. Yeah, play Deathrite Shaman. I missed up. Yeah, okay, this worked out real well. I don't actually think it folds to a Bazaar from Gak. It would fold to a Bazaar from Dredge or Squee, but from Gak, I actually don't think this hand folds to Bazaar. So, oh man, am I gonna get a basic island here? I feel like I have to. That keeps me really far away from casting Lurrus, but hopefully we hit another land here. Maybe a polluted delta to find a basic swamp and just grab Lurrus. That would be ideal. Yes. Good. Good. Thank you, deck. I appreciate what you've done for me. All right, I think I'm like pretty far ahead now. Especially if I can get this Lurrus in play. They won't really have any way to kill it, and I'll just be able to loop Seal of Removals and Deadweights. I do need to find another land to play it, like any fetch land. It's an Underground Sea to play it, but if they play a Deathrite Shaman here, we get to Deadweight it. I think forcing Once Upon a Time was incredibly correct. What do we have here? This is going to be an Oof. Sure, Oof is fine. I'm still going to Deadweight it, probably, just because unlocking a mana looks good. Strip Mine. Do I hold Strip Mine for Bazaar, or do I just Strip Mine them? I probably hold Strip Mine for Bazaar. I don't want to play anything out yet. Like, in case they kept in Force of Vigor, exposing my Seal of Removal to Force of Vigor would be silly. I like where we're at. We're doing some Lurrus things here. We're cat gaming. We haven't gotten to do that much cat gaming tonight. We did a little bit versus Senpai. A Lizard Wizard, sure. That will have some dead weight. Uh-oh. This is enough to cast Gak. Do they have a Gak? We do have a Seal Removal for a Gak, though, so we shouldn't be worried. All right, try it. No Gak. Okay. So we have an answer for Gak. We have an answer for Bazaar. We just need a land for Lurrus. Brainstorm is feasible. All right, hit land for Lurrus. I'm going to put back... I mean, Saga's not even bad here, but I think I would rather have Strip Mine and Seal of Removal. All right, I feel very favored moving from here. Every turn I get to deadweight one of these, and then if they ever play a Gak, I get to bounce it, and if they ever play a Bazaar, I get to Strip Mine it. This is sweet. I think we're gaming. I believe we are gaming. They are 1 mana away from hardcasting Vines, and I can't block any Root Wallas right now. So there is a turn where we get smacked in the face. But we can always attack and lifelink back as well. So pretty happy. Oh, they're just not going to activate. What does that mean? They have like a Bloodghast in their hand? Oh, another Oof. Okay. So I think I just deadweight the Oof and attack and lifelink. Oh, hello. All right, so I'm going to deadweight this Oof. And then I'm going to deadweight, or then I'm going to Myers Grasp this thing. And then I'm going to attack and lifelink. Oh, I probably should have used my Emerald. Whoops, it's fine. Still don't think I want to play the Seal of Removal. Kind of want them to like go all in on a Gak and bounce it. Maybe that's late. Oh, they hit the Bazaar. Okay, so looking for a Gak. So if they hit a Gak here, it's still not even bad. We bounce the Gak, deadweight the Root Walla, and strip mine the Bazaar. They missed, but they hit a Vengevine. So they're going to be at no cards, no Bazaar, just a Vengevine. This looks really good. This looks really good for me. So this is attack for 4, but they know that they're getting dead-weighted. Man, this reminds me of the good old days when we got to play Lurrus as a companion in Vintage with no tax. Dang. Thinking of the good times. Thinking of the best times. And now I think I will play the Seal of Removal, and maybe they'll concede. Wow. We are gaming. Flashbacks to a better time. Absolutely. Oh, I ordered this wrong, huh? I could have put the Saga above the Scalding Tarn. That was a pretty bad mistake, but that's fine. It was definitely a misplay. Lurrus having lifelink is unreal. I actually think the card would be much more reasonable in other formats if it didn't have lifelink. I'm gonna get a nice snipperino of this one here, because it is a beautiful thing. I thought, no, I brainstormed a Saga and a Scalding Tarn back, didn't I? I swear I did. Okay, vintage. 6th and final round. Playing this control deck, we're 3-2. With a better pilot, we might even be 4-1. We're up against Maharu Fuyumiya here in the 6th round, who looks like they're back on Oath, which is bad for us. Our deck is very bad against Oath. We are a 10 creature, 9 creature deck with no repeal. All we have is an E in the board. I have to play creatures to win the game. I have to have counters for their Oath. They play like 4+4 Pyro, some Veil of Summers. It's gonna be rough. If they are in fact on Oath and not on Tinker, we're going to have a hard time, but we'll see what we can do here. This hand is just not good enough. Must use London. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, I guess I'm going to keep this and go for the double bob on turn 2. I'm just gonna say, don't look at my hand here. All right, they are on Oath. This is very bad for the home team. This is very bad for the home team. Maybe I'll strip mine instead. Oh, I guess I do need to draw a black source for 2 bobs. True. 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 Oh, I don't know how we're ever going to beat Oath. We just have to hope they don't draw it, maybe? Or we have counters for their Oath. Oh, Lord. Is this going to be Lotus Oath? No. Well. Definitely don't want to strip mine now. Ooh, we did draw a Ruby, though. Should play up against Sai. All right, well, I'm going to play my Dark Confidant and hope they don't have an Oath of Druids. Ready, set, go. Go, 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 go. If I don't play Bob, what am I doing? I can't win, right? So I think I have to just play Bob. Like, I don't have any forces in my hand for an Oath. I don't have anything. I'm pretty sure I just have to play and hope they don't have an Oath. It's a really bad spot. It's a really bad matchup, but we got to do what we got to do. All right, this is a good sign. Not a great sign, because now they have Ancestral. But they didn't have an Oath. Maharu is not on Oath? Well, then I think they're on Oath. I don't know. If they're not on Oath, it's better for us. Tinker Breach? Oh, shit. I mean, we also died a Breach here, so. Cool. Gaming right here. Gaming. All right, well, the good news is they're not on Oath. The bad news is we're dead. They probably have a Brain Freeze in their hand, which is why they're making this play. Yep. All right, cool. We have died. Awesome. I'm not really able to play this game any differently besides not misstepping Probe, in which case they just have a lot of answers anyways. My opponent drew much stronger cards than ours. So they are on 2 Sagas, Lelia. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. So we are in a much better spot than we were when we thought they were on Oath. I don't really want to play Voidwalkers, to be perfectly honest. I'm going to play Hydroblast. I'm going to play Counterbalance. I'm going to play Soul Guide Lantern. I think that's it. I would definitely not want to strip mining to open Lotus there. I don't actually want Saga. Maybe I do want Saga here. I don't really want strip. Well, they're on Saga. Maybe I do want strip mine. What do I want and what do I not want? It's a very hard question to answer. Maybe I can just get rid of Swamp and Saga. I don't think so. I think I'm just going to do this. Trim down on my deck. Get in some more counters. Some graveyard. Go to battle. Jailer and Breach do not interact in a way that will be good for me. Oh, this is a great hand. I'll definitely keep this hand. A little bit of mana, but it should be fine. 4 is a lot of mana, but at least they let me play turn 1 Shredder. Maybe discarding on turn 2. I guess no matter what, next turn I could get Lurrus too. Shredder gets countered. I'm totally down to let that happen. Can bring it back with Lurrus later. Did not get countered. I mulliganed last game, right? I think my keep was fine. I think it was just not good enough. It's just kind of a problem you run into. So yeah, that's fine. So if I don't draw anything to play, I'll probably just crack a fetch, get an Underground Sea, and put Lurrus into my hand. Ooh, new plan. Yogwill can go. Ancestral. Oof, boy, how do I play that? I guess I just get rid of this land. Definitely don't want an emerald, but allowing me to double loot was very nice of the Shredder, so of the emerald, I guess. So now I actually have quite a powerful hand. If I draw like a blue card for turn next turn, I can just go Ancestral with Fluster with Messed Up Beat, Fluster Beat, Pyro Beat. I have a nice board state here. Oh, I feel like misstepping this is super good though, right? Or is that greedy? It's a little greedy. Probably shouldn't do that. Probably should hold this for Pyroblast. I just love misstepping Brainstorm. Brainstorm's such a powerful card. I don't think it's unreasonable to misstep here, but because I drew Ancestral, it feels really bad. Saga, nice. So they don't even have anything up. They don't even have... This doesn't mean since they can't play Fluster, they can't play Pyro, they can't play Veil. Love Saga. Great magic card. Force. I'm gonna force back pitching. Force batch pitching misstep. Pitching force. Pitching misstep. Pitching misstep. The bad news is I think I need more threats. If they force again, I get another 2 shreds. If not, then I get a blue card for force, hopefully. No, they have another force. So the problem now is I don't actually have more cards to play with here. I still don't really want a Bob. I don't think the game's going to go long enough that Bob matters. Like oh, blah, blah. I think I'm just supposed to keep the force and hope to draw into another blue card and not die. I hope to not die. I don't have another blue land for Fluster. I think it's gone well. I have pretty. It's hard to say because like I'm naturally growing the channel, but I think overall the way we have consistent videos and how they're formatted right now seems to work pretty well. The thing is, if I don't draw a blue card and I pitch this Flusterstorm, then I have nothing. But if I do draw a blue card and have force, then it's good. But I could pitch force and have Fluster, so I have something. It's probably better to guarantee having something. They are actually dead in fairly quickly here. This is a turn 3 attack for 7 with my Shredders. The upside, though, is if I had, like... I could... I wish Lurrus pitched the force as well. Alright, I mean, we could die here. Opponent can have Black Lotus stuff. Opponent can't cast 2 spells in this turn, though, if they can't kill... If they can't kill us, they're not allowed to cast 2 spells, because they'll just die to Shredders. So that's an upside. Well, time to find out if holding force was bad or holding force was good. Holding force was better. Oh, that's so sad. Well, I gotta live with this decision. I think Shredder is a staple in every constructed format. It's been extremely good in all the ones I've tried. I've tried it in Explorer, Pioneer, Historic. I haven't tried it in Modern, but I've seen it in Modern. I think it's just a very good card. So I got punished here for not keeping the Force of Will. So if my opponent has Breach, I die. Maybe I just felt like I wanted to have guaranteed Fluster. Was that silly? This is the kind of small decision that can win or lose you the game, and maybe will lose me the game here. Like if they just play Breach, I die, right? Dak Faden. Well, that's fine. The other thing is, I guess I do get connive triggers, so I think keeping Fluster was good. All right, we got there. Wow, these birds are just unbelievably good. The card is just great. Let's go again. We still haven't misdirected anyone tonight. Yeah, that's the thing is Fluster doesn't stop Breach, but it does stop like Demon. It does help against like I don't know. Maybe it doesn't even help against Demonic Tutor. Maybe they just have so much mana that Fluster's bad, and I should just high roll for a Force. I do think I might have made a mistake there in the cards that I chose to keep. It's hard to say. It might have not mattered either way, most games, but oh my. This is bait. Yeah, this is bait. All right, I'm trying it. In Pioneer, there's no like 1 mana lightning bolt, so that's good. All right, well, my opponent knows my hand, so the jig is up. Well, no, I get to lead with Demonic for Force, and then I have a Vault Key with Force backup on like turn 2 or 3 or something, depending on if I draw Moxen. So, no. Not exactly. It also, Manifold Key and Time Vault both dodge Pyroblast and Fluster, so it's kind of a nice combo to have. However, if my opponent just, kills me, they kill me. Oh, wow, I died. Turn 1. They had Black Lotus, Underworld Breach, Brain Freeze. Well, I mean, Miharu is a powerful wizard. Not much I can do there. That's just silly. That's just unbelievable. Yeah, I mean, that's just a high roll hand. And I have to just move on from it. And it do be like that sometimes. I mean, if you have restricted card, one of, two of in your hand, so I mean, maybe it's three of, two of restricted card, but I can't even see what cards I would have drawn. That's unfortunate. Yeah, that's a rough way to go, honestly. We had a really good stream. Deck was pretty sweet. That's just a vintage. A lot of decks in vintage can do that to you. I don't have a lot of hands where I start with Force of Will for whatever reason. So sometimes I get force checked and I die. I guess it's not really getting force checked because my opponent probed and knew I didn't have a force. Anyways, thank you for making it to the end of this video. I had a lot of fun. It was a good time. These are the changes I made in between rounds with chat. What we did was we took out Vault Key. I didn't feel like Vault Key was providing us with... I felt... Historically, these blue-black decks have a problem with winning the game. So you like to play Vault Key to supplement your card advantage. However, with the addition of Shredder, I have no problems closing any games. My Shredders were absolutely huge. So I think you can just cut Vault Key and not have to worry about it. So what I'm doing is I'm cutting Vault Key and I'm playing the full 4 Baubles. I liked how Baubles interacted with Shredder. They felt pretty strong. I also cut the Saga for the Ponder. We weren't playing Ponder, but Ponder's a strong card. No reason not to play it if you have the slots for it. And Saga was obviously not very good for us today. In general, Saga just continues to be a liability at most points in time. So, makes sense to me. Sideboard, I like the sideboard. I felt like all the cards had uses and they had power. Seal of Removal feels a little silly, but it does fit a really nice hole in our deck where we have problems with Gak and Murktide Regent, and maybe even Sphinx. Don't know if I would board this in against Sphinx, though. That's probably not worth it. But I like the other things that are happening here. I like everything that's happening. Yes. So thank you for watching the end of the video. If you made it to the end of the video, I will be unfortunately not able to play in the Vintage Challenge for the next 2 weekends. I will be doing other things in the city, which will be a lot of fun. However, I will try to stream additionally on Mondays or film extra off-stream sessions. So I will continue to try to upload Monday, Wednesday, Friday, even if I do not have a challenge VOD to upload on Monday mornings. So yeah, my next stream will probably be Monday or Wednesday, and this video will go up on Monday. So you'll still see a Wednesday and a Friday video, and I'll see you at that time, at those videos, doing those things, something. Bye.